Hi friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm Katie and today we're doing something a little different. So Cindy from Llama Letters, her YouTube channel is Cindy Gunter Baldo, and I will post a link below, did a video last week of what she's calling her Projectstashdown, which is like month-long intentional decisions to try to use something either up or like really thoroughly. And I was very inspired with that. So here we have some things. Now they're not all Projectstashdown in future videos, so I'm hoping to do this once a month with her. I will report on how I did and, you know, anything I learned or appreciated or don't or whatever, any insights that came with it. But today I'm also going to include some recent favorites because I haven't started the Stashdown yet. So first up, favorites. Let me move some of this stuff off screen so you don't die of a panic attack. Okay, so first let's talk about some favorites. Let's start with this easy one first. This is the Tazo Decaf Thai Tea. I have been drinking a ton of this. I really like it. I like that it's decaf, which I feel like I've had a hard time finding a decaf chai. It's tasty. I have never liked either coffee nor tea, and I found that left like a real gap in my life in terms of like a hot drink I enjoyed drinking that wasn't like incredibly calorie laden. And like I'm all for the hot chocolates, like by all means enjoy it, or like mulled wine, I love that. But like that's like when I want to indulge in that, not when I just, you know, want to mindlessly sip something warm. So when I mindlessly want to sip something warm, this decaf chai has been the thing for me. Okay, this is my 5-year journal. The journal itself is just a plain dot grid notebook. It's a B6 size, so 5x7. This is from Planners Anonymous. I will post a video up above to where I showed how to make it into a 5-year journal, but it's essentially, I just made a template and I write a couple lines every day. And I have only missed one day, this one, in all of February and March. I started at the beginning of February. This is the longest, most consistent I've ever been about any journaling, diary, etc. ever in my life. I realize it's only been 2 months, but I think what I like about it is that this isn't necessarily a place I process my like thoughts and feelings. There's only room for a couple sentences, but I like enjoy the idea that I'm going to like look back on it next year and the year after and the year after that. I find that motivating in a way that like just writing things in a journal, like I always felt paralyzed by like, am I going to reread this? Is somebody else someday going to reread this with or without my knowledge? And like, I never knew who it was for, and like in this, I know who it's for. It's for me next year and the next 4 years after that. And I find that clarifies it, and of course, it's short. I do it first thing when I get up every morning about the day before, and that's been working really well for me. These are the Planners Anonymous sticker books. I'm showing the Country Cottage one here, but I feel the same way about all the others. I did a plan with me for this. I'll put a link last week, I think, but I really like the new format. I knew I was going to, but then it took me months to actually like try it because I have commitment problems, but I do really love it. It lived up to all my hopes and dreams. And then this one is the We Are Memory Keepers bookbinding kit. I don't remember what the official name is, but links to everything will be in the description below. This is for binding your own traveler's notebooks or other kinds of books. I've been enjoying this because it's an easy way to make low stakes notebooks. So if you're anything like me, you have lots of ideas of things you might like to do. You love the idea of buying a new notebook, because I do love that idea. Let's not get it twisted here. But I often don't follow through, and so this is a way to make my own traveler's notebook really easily, bind it really nicely, but it still feels low stakes. If I use it, great. Then I can either keep doing that or go ahead and buy a notebook that is in the same size. Or if I don't use it, I've only wasted like a couple pieces of paper, a little bit of time, and some thread. All right, the mess is back because now we're talking about Stashdown. So check out the hashtag Projectstashdown. Check out Cindy's video, which I will have linked below. She had 4 categories, I believe. I'm doing some of the same categories and some that are different. For some of them, the goal is to use it up. And for some things, the goal is just to intentionally use the heck out of it in the month of February. I have 4 categories. Mine are makeup, planner/art supplies. It's possible at some point I will divide those two, but right now I'm leaving them alone. Fabric, and stuff in the freezer. These are all things that tend to linger. So let's talk about those. I'll start with makeup. We'll go pretty fast. I don't know that in my whole life I've ever actually finished a makeup product all the way to the bottom, which is not something I'm proud of. So I am a large way of the way through this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I'm sorry that the packaging is kind of gross, but I would like to finish it. I would like to buy something else. I think I have no idea where this will be in a month. I'm actually planning on marking it with a permanent marker and we'll see. But honestly, if I use the heck out of it this month, I will feel good about that. And I think I will put a significant dent in it and I will feel free to buy something new that I like better. Mostly I just want something a little glowier. I hear there's a glow version of this, but there's lots of other things out there. And I would be interested in trying them. This is my favorite eyeliner. I'm not going to use it up, but I just feel like it deserves... I haven't been wearing really any makeup during the pandemic, and I'm just starting to again, and I would like to make a concerted effort to use this eyeliner. And then this is the mini size of the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Defining Cream. I bought like the package, like the starter set with various ones. I enjoy them all. My hair is like just wavy enough that I could do something wavy, but if I left alone, it all falls to being pretty straight. I've decided to be fine with it being straight. It's a lot less work for me, but I still like this product. I don't think I'll repurchase it, but I would like to use it up. I don't know if I will finish it in the month, but I'm going to make the concerted effort to use the heck out of it. So that ends the makeup segment. Next, let's do art supplies, etc. Stationery. I have tons of these notepads that, you know, you just get for free somewhere. I'm going to make the concerted effort to use the heck out of this one. I tend to just write on whatever random piece of paper I have handy, and this month I'm using this notepad and maybe even getting it gone. We'll see. All right, we've talked about my notebook problem. This is an Amazon notebook that's 160 GSM pages. It's pretending to be an Archer and Olive. I bought it last year. You can tell how much I like this color. I bought it last year because I wanted an Archer and Olive notebook, but I wasn't sure I would follow through and use it, and I didn't. So I started by doing like this. This is a previous version of my couple lines a day. So it was every day, just a couple lines and then like an art project for them. And I enjoyed it, but I only made it a few weeks. There's some really fun stuff in here. I'm happy with what I did, but I didn't keep up with it. There was like a currently section. It was fun. But I didn't keep up with it, and now I still have this much of the journal left. So I'm making the concerted effort to use the heck out of this month. I will not finish it, but I'm going to do kind of a commonplace quotes book in here, and then I don't need to have my own thoughts and feelings. I can just write down other people's. So I'm going to try to use the heck out of this. If I do, I might buy an Archer and Olive. I love the Neapolitan books. But first step, use the heck out of it in April. All right. These are kind of a different category, but I'm throwing them in here. These are pens I wanted to like and bought a fair number of and never used because they don't work very well. These are lettering markers that went pretty dry, but like not completely dry. So this is mostly me committing to throw them out. I think we'll play with them in a second and see, but and then these are the Friction Pilot pens, and they just are always dry. So we'll do swatches of these in a minute, and I will try on camera to commit to throwing them out. So Projectstashdown in this scenario is just the social pressure to throw away things that, like, A, don't work for me, but even B, like, do not work. Getting rid of it. This is not going to be a use up category. This is going to be a concerted effort to use it wherever I can. These are my stamping inks. So I think there will be some stamping and some coming up. Plan with me. There'll be some blending, maybe some gel press. I just want to use them more, and I want to use my stamps more. The stamps aren't officially part of the Projectstashdown for this month. It's the inks. We're going to try and use them, so look forward to that in some future videos. Lastly, fabric. So I love to sew, and I love the trend of like what's called custom printed fabric. That's not actually that it's custom to me. It's that what these companies do is they get some designs, you order ahead of time on whatever fabric base you want, and then 3 months later it comes in and they ship it to you. But it means that like there are so many more pretty fabrics now than there ever have been like just available to you at the store. And I went hard on this, and I have like a whole closet of fabric over off screen. And this is like a very springy fabric that or spring or summery, I haven't had the commitment to actually turn into something. I think there's 2 or 3 yards here. This is bamboo lycra, which I love. I'm going to turn this into something, and anything I don't use, I'm going to sell. It is not returning to the closet. So I'm going to make some things I love, and then I'm going to sell the rest of it. By the end of April, it's going to be gone. Then the last thing I don't have here with me, but is something from the freezer. I have like a big package of frozen fruit that has been in there longer than I care to think about. It's most of the way gone. It's from Aldi. I'll post a picture. I think it's got tasty fruit in it, but like not the kind of thing that goes into a pie or whatever. It's something like you would put into a smoothie, and I haven't been making smoothies because it's been winter. But it's so close to being finishable, and in April, it's going to be gone. I think I'm going to make chia jam with it. I think that's what I'm going to do, because that'll cook it down. It'll take up less volume. It can go into the fridge, and I can easily like smear it on things in a way that like I don't make smoothies in the morning, A, because I'm lazy, but B, my husband is asleep and it is not the right time to run the blender. And I could do it ahead of time or whatever, but I haven't been. I'm not going to. So I'm going to transform it into something I can use, which is jam that I will put on my toast. So that's all the items I'm here to talk about today. I'm going to check these here on my notepad. May as well use the notepad. And either keep them because they work or throw them out because they don't. And I'm going to invite you to join me. If you've got a stash that just keeps growing, join Cindy's Projectstashdown hashtag. Comment below for me what things you're committing to use. Use the hashtag on Instagram so that we can see and admire. I'm going to be posting the things I make on my Instagram more. I'm going to try to kind of cheer on other people who are using their stash, and hopefully you will also be involved in cheering me on when I use things for mine. So if you want to see like what the fabric becomes or what things I do with the stamping ink, that would be a good place to follow me. It's Baker Lane Studio. There'll be a link below. So I'd love to have you join me, but either way, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you soon.